So today we're going to be going over how to get a lot of heat out of a man coverage look, but also playing some good coverage on the back end as well. So that being said, guys, we are going to be working out of the 4-6 defensive playbook today, so make sure you go ahead and throw that on, and then also make sure you look in the bottom right corner to look at my exact adjustments when I'm making them, exactly how I'm making them, so that you can follow along and run this defense for yourself. That being said, coaching adjustments, the main thing that we want to look at is our zone drops. Go ahead and put those for curl flats, the purple zones, go ahead and put those on 25. And then let's call the play spinner out of the dollar formation. And we're just going to call it random gun play. Okay, so first setup is just a straight press. So like not press, pinch defense. And that's going to press the corners, and it's going to bring people down in, and you're just going to look at the running back, shade inside, and just let it snap like that. So obviously, run fits in man defense are going to be great. Against a stack set like this, we're going to go ahead and back it off. We're going to go ahead and put this blitzing guy on our vert hook on the left side. We're going to shade outside because we got a vert hook there. And then we're going to user Mkumu because that DB is actually going to come through if they try to run. That DB is going to play the run well, I should say. This DB right here that's in at linebacker is going to play the run well if they do run an inside zone. If not, then we're going to user the running back in the middle of the field. Just like that, guys. Just user the middle of the field and lurk them. All right. Next setup is hard flat. So we're going to shade inside. So it's basically the same thing. Put a hard flat on the side where they have more space to work. Same thing though. We're going to user the middle and lurk the running back. And they ran the ball. But essentially, guys, those are the three setups. Make sure that you try them out, and it depends on what your opponent is throwing at you. So in a set like this, it's very balanced. So it could be advantageous for you to shade outside to kind of look for a corner route, especially if you have a good DB here, like I have Trayvon Diggs, and then go ahead and put a vert hook. If you don't have a great DB there, so it's all about like knowing your personnel. If you have fast DBs, but you don't have like a great overall DB, then maybe it's better to put a hard flat to shade inside and potentially over top, because those routes, so we'll shade inside or over top, then put a hard flat there. Those routes against press, so like if they put a streak 15, put a streak on that outside receiver, that could get toasted. But essentially the concept that we're looking at with the man blitzing scheme is you want to switch up the coverages that you're doing away from your user to kind of confuse them as they're trying to work away. Because if they see heat coming in, their first thing to do is they're going to be looking away from your user. So they're not going to want to throw at your user immediately. But then if they see extra coverage in that area, like this hard flat or like a vert hook or something like that, then they're going to have to work back to your user and try to throw at it. And that's where you can generate a lot of interceptions or potentially sacks. You get that hesitation, you make something happen. So basically just switch up the different, when you're trying to get a lot of heat out of a man look, and you're not just sending straight heat and just manning up and saying my players are just better than yours. Switch up the extra, switch up the coverage that you hot route those extra defenders into. And the reason why I picked this guy is because, as you can see, this guy is closer to getting to the quarterback. This guy's closer to getting the quarterback. And if we're blitzing 5, and then we also have our user on a blitz, and we kind of hang in the gap and then lurk the middle, that's going to mess up the alignment or the assignments of the offensive line. And one of these guys is most likely going to come in free for a sack and force a bad throw or get the sack, like I just said. That guy in the hard flat will be the last one to the party, so that's why we're going to use him as the one to kind of put on a confusing coverage, essentially, for our opponent to make a read. And then you also know when you put a hard flat there, you know the running back to the flat is going to be bagged. Unless it's on a wheel, then you might have a problem. But at that point, that's where you play the game of chess. It's like, is my heat going to get in time before the running back gets looked off or he's able to throw the ball to him? So, those are the pros and cons of playing aggressive blitz defense, and a lot of the time I gotta say this is gonna work, and I love to use this in situations where it's like 1st and 10, 2nd and 7, 3rd and 4 when they are on schedule. They're gonna want to play more conservatively. They're not gonna want to mess up what they have going for them, and that's the perfect time to force your opponent into a mistake. So that being said, guys, head over to the MaddenAcademy.com to get even more advanced than we got in today's video. It will take your Madden game to the next level and level you up as a Madden competitor. So I'm looking forward to seeing you on the inside over there. But with that being said, I will see you in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this one and found it helpful. I'm out of here. Peace.